before I share my screen, I just want to do a quick raise hand or some sort of reaction. Has anyone been received the activation email for AMP? Have you gone onto the ALD member portal yet, or is it completely new? So, okay, raised hands. Yeah, just if you're familiar with it at all, raise your hand. Otherwise, it looks like it might be new for everyone, so it should be something hopefully is going to be exciting and useful for our chapters, especially in engaging current members. I think is going to be a tool that we haven't really had previously. Okay.
Nice, good job.
So I'm going to do sort of a quick overview of just the process of joining the ALD member portal for anyone who hasn't received that activation yet. All of the chapter advisors were sort of given permission to move on to this step of inviting officers and current members. Was it last week? Maybe 2 weeks ago. It's a very busy time though, so it may not be on the top priority list as all of our advisors have other full-time jobs as well. But so if you haven't received this, feel free to just check in with your advisor the next time you see them or reach out to them to see if it's something that is on the list that they're planning to do. When you do get sent that activation email from your advisor, it'll look something like this that says you can activate your account on Alpha Lambda Delta's member portal. And then when you click on that activation button, this is what will be pulled up. It'll have your institution name here at the top. And then it'll have this sort of profile information that you can complete. You'll create a password so that you can log back into the system. And then some of this information may be pre-populated because you're already in, you were in the previous system if you're familiar at all with MHS, which is what we used previously for invitation season. And then you can add some additional information as well. You'll notice these little orange buttons off to the right. That's where you can give access to sort of like your privacy settings, so who you want to be able to see some of this information. And I'll show you in a minute why you want to kind of control that. You can either do that now during this process or later on once you're in the system. So you'd fill all that out, click register. It'll ask you to accept the platform system requirements, and then you'll enter into the portal. So when you log in, this will sort of be your home page. And so I'll just kind of do a quick overview of a few things. And also an important thing to note is that for anyone who is an officer, there's a possibility there's different privileges that can be given to you within the system, and that's all based on your advisor's preferences. So it's going to be up to your individual advisor for each chapter to set the privileges for the different officer positions. So some advisors may choose to give more access to officers than others, and some may say, have full access, we want you to sort of be able to run this system. So your view might appear a little bit different based off of what privileges you have, and that's just a good conversation to have with your advisor to kind of know the expectations of what you'll be able to manage in the ALD member portal. So we'll start just on some general things. You'll see here weekly event email digest to sign up for. So if your chapter decides to make use of the calendar event function that you can see over here, find events, then the system, if you sign up for these this email digest, every Sunday, the system will automatically send you an email reminding you of the upcoming events for the week. So you could use the event calendar for general meetings or volunteer service opportunities. So I know someone had mentioned wanting to kind of engage their current members. So we're hoping this will be a great tool for that. If you don't have something already that you use, or instead of just general emails, you can have things set up within the member portal. So if you want to make edits to your profile, so what you started when you first activated, you can come up here to the right and click on your name. So this is my dog Raider, and he is our PR marketing chair for our test chapter here. So you can add your profile picture, and also note, so this is a new system. We're using it this season for invitations. And so we probably have about 100, I think, live invitation groups open. And so we're seeing that the new students who are accepting are really like filling out this information. They're adding their profile images. So again, I think it'll be a great way to be able to kind of keep members engaged if your chapter chooses to make use of it. So here at any point you can come in and edit your profile, add your picture, change it, change any of your settings if you want to have your privacy settings changed, because you can click on this members tab here and view all of the members for your chapter. So if your chapter has an open invitation, you'll see the invitees listed there, all of your different officers, your active members, your advisor. So if you have just your one primary advisor, if you have a co-advisor, they'd be listed here, and alumni as well. So you can see alumni from your chapter, dating back to as far as we kind of have that information. So you can click into different people and see some general information. Again, this is based off of how much they're choosing to have visible for their records. So let's see, one other thing. If you click on Manage or click on the Officer Dashboard, this will bring you to some of the different capabilities you may have. So I mentioned adding an event. So you can click on Create a Calendar Event, and you can provide all the information, location, additional information. If you want to make anything required, maybe some of your meetings are required. You can allow signups for a certain period of time, and a lot of other just sort of general information you can create for the event. The attach files, it's going to tell you you can't do that. That's a separate sort of additional module that we don't have set up. So if you try to attach a file, it'll just let you know that you're not able to. But once you add a calendar event, you can then sort of manage that in that area, and then you can view the calendar as well. So I've put in a couple just to have some examples. So you see our Spring Leadership Summit today and from Friday, and then anything that's going to be just chapter specific, you'd be able to view as well, or all of your members can view. And then if there's a registration for them, or if you're just wanting to let them know that something's happening, they could click on it and register, or just see that the event exists. Let's see, back to the officer dashboard. So through this system, you will have the ability to email either all of your current members, or you could also do emails through the system for your invitee group, or members or students who have accepted but haven't been inducted yet. So your inductees until that induction ceremony, if there are reminders or anything that you wanted to send, you're able to do that by just selecting your different types. You could also just communicate with your officers. And then you'll have a few different options. So you can do just a rich text editor or more advanced visual designer if you have someone in your officer group that is maybe a bit more of a graphic designer. And then we've got some templates available too that you're able to use or edit from. It'll sort of look familiar for the one Eileen shared previously for the congratulations for the invitation. And then we've got some footer graphics here as well. Again, you could customize these for your chapter, or if you wanted something more customized for your chapter and you wanted help with that, you could reach out to us and I can help create those as well. So that should be a great feature, we're hoping, and you'll have your record of all of your emails that have been sent out through the system there, and you can actually kind of see analytics for it as well. So have your members all opened them? Have they been checked? Were they received? And let's go back over here. Another kind of fun thing, I think, if your chapter is going to make use of the ALD member portal beyond just using it for invitations, if you're going to have your current members kind of log in on a regular basis, if there's something important, just an announcement you want to make, you can create something here. You can have it show for a specific time and then be removed for a specific time as well. If you click post, anytime someone logs in on their homepage, you'll see this announcement come up across the top of the screen. So I think that's sort of a fun little feature. Any chapters who maybe use a point system, so there's actually a point tracker in this database. We haven't explored it a lot, so we'll have some more information on that coming soon, but you're welcome to explore that now on your own as well. If your chapter uses a point system, you may be able to track that information through the ALD member portal. You can also post your meeting minutes. So if you have meeting minutes, if you need somewhere to store them, this could be a great place to do that as well. And then one feature that you're not going to see quite yet, but could be a great addition as well. In the next month or so, there'll be an ability for each chapter to have their own free website. And so you'll be able to manage, sort of create like blog posts, add images, your chapter calendar will be on there. So we'll send out an announcement once that feature has been updated and is available to everyone. I think that covers everything. Eileen, anything you think I missed or?
Yeah, no, I think the two things come to mind. One, just is our wish that this be adopted as much as
Yeah.
possible. I think you'll all find this really, really useful. A great way to just keep everything in one place,
Mhm.
and for longevity for the transitions year to year. It's all in one place. You don't have to worry about losing, like I said, having four different Instagram accounts because nobody had the login information. So to keep everything together, your minutes, your announcements, your emails, are all the history, the archive would start to be created. So it's a pretty powerful tool that we've never had before. So the second thought is, so I hope you're wondering, how do I get into this? How do I do this?
Yep.
So we would love for your advisor to activate you. So I think that if you're, because there was only two people, I think, that raised their hand. So for
Yes.
the rest of you, please reach out to your advisor and ask to be activated. Or if we can do it for them, for you. So, but we sort of want their permission first. So if you feel like they're just not going to follow up, or they don't have the time, let us know. We'll find out what they want, and we can sort of turn it on for you, turn the activation button on, and then you'll get that email Danielle mentioned. So I'm hoping y'all will adopt this because it can just be very useful for you, very helpful for you.
Yep. And two more things I just thought of that I'll mention. So you'll see forms here. So you can actually create like a survey form in here as well. And you can post it for all current members and that will just appear on their home screen. And then under records, this is also where if you want to download a PDF of your membership certificate, you can click on this membership certificate and it will download that for you. Any of your invitees of this sort of spring season, that certificate won't show their date until post induction. So if they accept and they get in here and they're looking around and they try and print, that's the only note is that it won't actually have a date on there until after the induction. But then here you can see you can track service hours and different events as well. So it might be something that you want to make use of for your chapter, and we hope you do.